Welcome to the pit!
Ow. You know what's funny? Is it
What?
Pete? So you cut out like multiple times. So you're like, welcome to the pit. And then all I hear is this.
Oh, come on. Maybe if I hold on, let me try this. You're not gonna be
Okay.
able... Hold on. I need to actually hold on. If we started the podcast, I got to get my white screen up so that way, people can actually see me. We're doing it live. We're doing. Okay. Oh my gosh. Too bright.
My God, that's fine. Just do that. I'm cool with that.
A little bit more.
That's good. That's good.
Okay. Let me try to have my mic a little bit farther away
so it doesn't peak. I'm gonna take that back off again just in case.
Welcome to the pit! Oh, come on,
No,
man.
It keeps cutting out. I don't think.
Welcome to the pit! Motherfucker!
It keeps cutting out every time.
Welcome to the pit!
I don't know.
Welcome What?
Sounds like you're getting mad at someone's dog.
Welcome to the pit!
That was good.
We'll go with that one, motherfucker! Welcome to the pit, guys. This is a podcast where
we always record at 12 a.m. in the morning,
and nobody can see me. And I will be a white ghost for this episode because I don't want to turn my light on.
It's another 12 a.m. midnight recording for us, and I'm tired. I'm
actually like really awake right now.
That's
like,
great.
You may be tired. Like I don't understand why. I've had a full day.
I've been up since 7 in the morning. I'm tired.
Dude, I've been up. I've been up since 5:30 this morning. I don't want to hear anything. I had to wake up early and then go to work and then work my shift.
How much sleep did you get? Huh? Tell me that. Then we'll calculate that on the size.
Like 4.5 hours.
Guys, welcome to the podcast. It's nice having you.
Oh, am I better than you? How much sleep did you get? Dox yourself.
About five. 30 extra minutes. What?
Please don't copyright us. The Riff Shop by I can't remember.
Okay. Really? Macklemore.
Hold on. Macklemore. Okay.
Macklemore. Bart Kelly Sheets. I fucking remember that one part.
Oh, and who else? Because you're forgetting. It was there's a feature.
I don't know.
Or it was Ryan Lewis, idiot.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
You're stupid.
I don't know every artist.
You know Macklemore, but you don't know Ryan
Macklemore,
Lewis. Dude, Ryan Lewis made Thrift Shop just as much
podcast.
as Macklemore.
It's not a 2010 meme contest. This is not what we're doing.
Meme? That's my life.
All right, welcome to the pit. We're gonna talk about some
stuff. Welcome to the pit. Welcome. Will you be staying for dinner?
I hope you will you be eating your lunch. I see your lunch and you don't have anything on YouTube, so you put us on us. You don't even care.
Why are you eating a lettuce sandwich for lunch? There ain't nothing on the sandwich but lettuce.
Why are you eating that 5-piece boneless wing combo from Zaxby's right there? I see you over there. Why are you doing that during that? You could watch.
Why are you eating the Mr. Beast meal?
There's like video documentaries right now you can watch rather than this, and you decided to watch a podcast. And if you're listening to this on Spotify,
you decided to watch it while eating the Zaxby's Mr. Beast meal, the Mr. Beast meal from Zaxby's.
If you're at work right now, why are you listening to us on Spotify? I know you have your phone underneath that long hair of yours, and you have your phone in your pocket right now to where they can't tell, and you decided to turn on the podcast just enough to listen to this on Spotify of all places. I don't know why you're doing this, but
hey, don't diss it, man. 90% of the time I'm watching a podcast is through Spotify podcast.
That's fine. No. That's fine. You know what I found out today? And I think this is going to be okay. Can I get right into the news real quick? Just to like shuffle it in because it's actually like really interesting.
No.
Oh, for God's sakes. Fine.
We're ending the episode early.
It's been a pleasure. Bye.
All right. What do you want to talk about?
All right. I want to go into segue into news.
Oh, I had meant to mute.
You fucking dick.
For our audio-only listeners, I was just screaming, but with my mic muted.
I will happily turn on Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit and get out of here as quick as I can.
Epic reference. This is a metal podcast.
Yeah.
You made fun of me for talking about thrift shop.
Yeah.
You cannot talk about video games.
I didn't go on a tangent for 5 minutes. I didn't go on a tangent for 5 minutes. Forget the artist's name.
It's not even music.
Who
You're
made
talking about a video game.
That's what I thought.
That's
what I thought. You can't even think of it. Yeah. It's a fly around my fucking... like Mr. Miyagi, that shit.
No, you're like Walter White right now with that.
I will reference Breaking Bad at every opportunity I get. I will reference Breaking Bad and The Wire.
What? Are you okay?
The Family Guy thing. I'll show you later. It's fucking hilarious.
Okay, cool. All right. Get into the news.
All right.
Move on. Go.
Okay.
Go.
Okay. All right. So I found out today, just randomly doom scrolling through Twitter, that I think the lead singer of My Chemical Romance happens to be cousins with Joe Rogan. And I had no...
Really?
Yeah, no, they're first cousins, and they don't know each other. And
That's like the weirdest... They don't know each other at all, but they're first cousins?
No, I saw this on Joe Rogan's podcast, and they like brought up the fact, and I think they're first cousins, yeah, and they don't know each other, but they're cousins. It's legit.
That's so weird.
I know, right? It's crazy. I've never, like, it was such a weird fact to know, and I'm like, huh. Like, I just wonder, like, what would happen if they met? Like,
what happens when we become the #1 podcast, and then you find out that you're first cousins with Darren Malakin of System of a Down?
I would first figure out how to segue into that.
What?
I would first figure out how to segue into talking with him normally. I'm not going off the bat and be like, oh my god, a fanboy. No, I would be calculated. I'd be cold.
Yeah. How would you? What's your plan with that? You're like, I wouldn't tell him. I would be calculated. I would wait in the night. I would track his every move. I would know his schedule. I would plan out an intervention where I can bump into him, maybe in a coffee shop where he lives.
Happen to bring the family tree with me from Ancestry.com. Slap it right in the face. Like, look at that. Would you look at that? Wow.
Right. They'd probably just be like, oh, you want money or whatever? Like, no, you're trying to get some money.
No,
You're like, no, I want an autograph because we're cousins.
I'd be like, no, I want to learn how to play guitar from you because that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be like my one dream. That'd be so fucking cool, dude. Okay.
He's just like, okay, so this is the E string, and you're like, oh.
I think I've played the E string before. I think I've played that before. I know a little bit.
No, but it's Darren Malakin saying it.
Oh, you're right. I would have to go, we fucking suck, just as quick as I can to the camera.
And then he's just like...
moons the crowd.
Oh, he's one of those guys.
He's one of those guys. I had more news to bring in. I think it's really cool, and I will get on topic of music videos when we do talk about them. Congratulations to Sleep Token for their song The Summoning getting 150 million listeners on Spotify. Holy fuck. Congrats, guys. That is some shit right there. That's top tier shit. I like that. I like that a lot. Congrats. No, seriously, congrats to them. That's like...
Oh, and they also released a picture book.
Oh, yeah, they did. I think that's really cool. I'm going to buy it. I hope it's like a manga. And like I read it the wrong way from left to right. I'm going to have like...
I can't wait to be a weeaboo.
I can't wait to see 2 from Sleep Token in a fucking anime dress. Like with the wide eyes. He's like... That'd be funny.
What's your other news, man?
No, seriously though, congrats on that. I know what you're going to talk about that, and I will get to it. But I want to. There is. Oh god, it just like went right through my head too, and I know it too. Oh my god, I can't believe I just did that. I have the other ones. I have backup plan B there for a minute.
All right, so I'm taking over then
I
since
was about to just say exactly what was on my mind. Like I really had it right there.
while you're thinking about it,
I
we
don't
can
need to
talk.
think. I'm right here.
Go ahead.
Okay, Slipknot selling out MSG again. It's fucking awesome. Again, like they did before. So I
Yeah,
think that's super cool.
so far they've sold out every single
Oh yeah.
date on the tour so far. I mean, right now you can still find tickets available, and obviously there's people reselling the tickets, so it's not impossible to see Slipknot if you're still planning on it. But that being said, like, by the time like the show is like happening, like they're all sold out, and honestly, it's pretty amazing to see. Like, this hasn't happened in a long time with them. They're seeing ticket sales like crazy for this 25th anniversary sale and show.
My favorite thing I saw from the concert so far is before, I think after the intro they did, Corey's on stage and they go, anything you listened to was not recorded after 1999. And he did it again, I think recently in Pittsburgh. And he said that anything recorded before 1999.
I thought he was doing that at all the shows.
He
Is
was
that
doing
not
that
true?
before. He was doing it before the shows, but he did another one recently, I think in Pittsburgh or something like that. And he's like, anything you listen to today that was before 1999, excuse me, after 1999, because he fucked up. And he was like, and I remember like the funniest.
So
The
you know
funniest.
why he did that?
Well, the funniest thing he did though
Okay.
was as soon as he said after that, he was like, "If you're a casual fan, sorry." And I thought that was funny as shit.
If you like psychosocial,
Not
nah.
not this year.
So do you know why he messed up though?
Why?
So at the Pappy and Harriet show, which was like the small venue show that they did before the tour, they they played their normal set because they weren't ready to do. I think that was when they were supposed to start with it, but I don't think they had everything practiced up at that point yet. So they just did their normal set. Okay, they did psychosocial. They did before we forget. They did so the reason that that did happen, if you'd let me get to it, is because since they were doing their normal set, he was like, I know that I think they started out by they didn't even do Sick or whatever, but they did Eyeless, and then they did Wait and Bleed, and then they were like, okay, well, I know that you're gonna hear some songs that were after 1999 tonight, but we're still gonna rock like it is 1999. So it's funny that he said that or did a similar thing at a different show. Man, this podcast is going great. I can feel you being awake and energized
That's
so
not
much.
happening, buddy. Not happening. They took another band on them, Knocked Loose. Biggest bands to come out of this year with one of their best albums, one of the best performing albums of metal albums of this year, honestly. And 17,000 strong at MSG singing to Counting Worms. My God, I'm so fucking proud and happy for them. I'm not like proud like as it is, but I'm just happy for them. Like they're such a new band. They have heart. Their fans bringing back like hardcore metal into like this new fold. Like genuinely, it's so cool to see them really be able to shine, I would say. And I think they deserve it, honestly, for what they've been doing and how different they are nowadays or how popular they've gotten. I think going on tour with Slipknot and performing all these like hardcore metal songs are like so fucking cool. So big shout out to Knocked Loose for that. That's really cool. Other thing, there is so I just started today. There's a surprise pop-up concert at Golden Gate Park, right in front of the Golden Gate Bridge between it's Deftones and System of a Down.
System of a Down. There's going to be 3 dates where they're going to be playing 3 separate concerts. Of course, playing the most popular of their songs. And honestly, I'm super stoked. Are you ready? Are you ready for it? We're gonna me and Mason are actually gonna fly out and go see it.
Not that fucking city. No, I'm not. Hell no. I'm good.
What are you talking about? It's not like they play anywhere other than California anymore.
Yeah, I know, but like San Francisco, like yeah, the Golden Gate Bridge is cool and everything. I think that's gonna be a cool visual, but San Francisco,
we're gonna be there for like a few hours, for their show. So
And I don't
and
have
then
to
we'll
do it.
leave right after that. Is that okay?
Right to Fresno we go. That's where we'll stay.
But yeah, would be super cool to see them live. I wish they would play a little farther than California.
Still cool they're doing it in front of the Golden Gate Bridge, though. I think it'd be a cool visual.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Hopefully, we'll get some good concert shots of that. We can check out the videos, not on the podcast because we get copyright, but
Right.
uh,
And also Deftones being there too is pretty cool. I haven't listened to much of them, but I think it's going to be nice that they're also. It's just funny how like all these '90s bands are coming back and shit, and like new metal and stuff, and especially like System of a Down and Deftones. I think it's cool. I think it's really nice, and I'm ready to see. I hope more.
yeah.
I hope
I mean, we got System of a Down, Deftones, Slipknot, Limp Bizkit, Korn. They're all touring right now.
yeah.
So,
And I think what they're doing really good is they're bringing in smaller bands to wider audiences as well.
yeah,
Especially in the
exactly.
stores.
Like how in like at Knotfest, there's going to be Swollen Teeth there. Like that's a pretty like very very underrated band, honestly, and I'm super excited to see them playing along with Knock Loose, and maybe Vended isn't super popular, but Vended will also be there.
They did just release a new song today, actually.
Vended?
Yes, they did.
Oh man, I
It's actually
gotta
really
check it
good. I
out.
like it a lot. And along with Vended, Falling in Reverse. And the more I talk about that, the more that I lose brain cells. So moving on.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. I didn't like that song.
One thing I am a little bit scared to check out, and tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. I'm scared to like get into Deftones because all I see on the internet is people being like, "Oh man, if you're a Deftones fan, then you're a loser," and I'm like, "Oh well, um, uh."
I don't I don't really know much about them. I know people like them. I don't think you have to like
Yeah,
to be a loser.
I'll literally the extent of my listening is I've heard Mascara, which I don't really like, and then Change, which is their most popular song, which is a decent song. I like it, I guess,
Oh yeah, you
but
can just listen to
I
them.
don't know. That's like the most basic opinions you can have is liking the person's most popular song.
Um, I will say I wanted to point something out too that we are also okay with like let's say if like a metal band like prominent enough drops an album, okay. I'm saying along with our current reviews of the band, we could also review that album as well, just to get a listen to it and review that new album to see how it sounds. I throw that out there because there might be some albums being dropped. Gojira.
Do they actually have something in the works, or is it just hearsay and this and that?
It's just hearsay, but I'll tell you there is another
Okay.
band that actually is in the works of creating new music. And that band is Tool. They are actually in the works right now creating new music from what I heard. They're dabbling in some more. Francis Maynard Keener is coming back. And I'm super fucking stoked. I loved Fear Inoculum. That was the Tool album that was most recent. And I'm very excited to hear more new 10-minute LSD songs. So that's
I'll have to. I have not checked out any Tool whatsoever so far, so I'll definitely have to. I'll have to get into it. And you know, who knows? Maybe we might review Tool on the channel and get caught up before that, so we can flow right into it.
if they do choose. But that is what they're. I think that is a true rumor. They are currently in the works of making new music, and I think that is super cool.
To yeah. Speaking of new music, let's talk about some new music that already is out. Marilyn Manson dropped another single. Um, was it Red Flag? Something about the
Raise the
red
red flag.
flag. Raise the red flag. And he also dropped a CD pairing Raise the Red Flag with
As
As
sick as
Sick
you
as
more.
the Secrets Within. Which honestly, I listened to the two together, and I mean, Raise the Red Flag, albeit it wasn't my favorite, but Sick as the Secrets Within has really grown on me so over the past week or so. So there's just with all the vocals on it, like whenever it's going through the verses, there's something a little like off about like his lyrics for like the normal like not like speaking lyrics, but just kind of like the way that the voices were mixed. There's like this weird like watery wavy effect that's placed on his voice that I don't know, it just irks me a little bit. great. I do think a Six Secrets one is a very good song though, and like it's not enough to get me to stop listening to the song, but I'm just kind of like, like I wish it was like less edited, if you know what I mean. Like still sounding good, of course, but you know,
I
that's
mean,
just my opinion.
I respect that.
That's just my opinion, dude.
No, I'm just not even saying that. I actually
I don't
don't think the
care. I don't
song's
care. It's
half
just
bad.
my opinion.
I don't think the song's half bad, honestly. I do like the edited voice, oddly enough, and I mean that because to me it sounds like more of a like a metalcore version of Marilyn Manson. Honestly, it gives me that vibe. I'm not gonna lie, and the song's not bad. I like it. Yeah, I do agree. I like As Sick as the Secrets of Men better than that, but I think it's like really good, and if it leads to another album, it leads to another album. So I mean, there's that as well. I think that's pretty cool shit. That won't lie. So props to him for music video. It's not anything outstanding, but you know, hey, I think the song's fine. I think maybe might lead to another album, and I got nothing else to say about it.
I really, if it does lead to another album and it's in the same style, I would be all for that. Like, um, while Raise the Red Flag isn't my favorite right now, subject to change. I don't know. I feel a lot of his music will kind of grow on you if you're listening to it. I don't know if anything was recorded before we started screaming our heads off, but we were talking about it. Like Hollywood was an album I slept on for a little bit um before I eventually like came around to it, and I think it's one of his best records, definitely in my top 3 of his. But yeah, I think that sometimes it takes a little time to get used to some of his music, and then it's you can really it's like it's an acquired taste. It's a fine wine that's aged with time.
Are those new band members as well? He's got back there as well, like the whole completely new set of people that are playing his songs. Because I
Is it
mean,
kind of a completely new set? Is there no
I
original
think it's
members?
new people. There's
Really?
like there's like a lady
Damn.
that's also guitars as well. A bunch of other people. I mean, it's cool. I think it's cool. I think they're doing a good job. Especially to
Yeah.
have that say that I play with Marilyn Manson is pretty fucking cool. Um, God, there was there was all that other kind of stuff too. I also
I mean, yeah, it is kind of it is kind of sad though to see some of the to see that none of the original, well, they probably don't want to associate with him. I'm not gonna lie, after the controversies and stuff like that. But if I had to guess a reason why, but even it is kind of disheartening to see that none of the original members are like the ones that actually were part of the naming convention, like Madonna, Wayne Gacy, and stuff like that. So,
Twiggy.
oh, and Twiggy, yeah.
Well, he also got canned as well for something. I think that was actually legitimately true.
Um,
I don't remember much about that. It's been a while. Like I said, I didn't
yeah,
pay too much to it.
I don't know why, who left for what reason. Oh, and also one of can't
Oh, it's been
remember.
forever.
There was, huh?
Oh, it's been forever since I really delve deep into looking at all that kind of drama stuff. I tend to just not pay attention to it unless it's like actually like he got arrested and charged with something. So Falling in Reverse did also release a new song. I maybe I was a little bit too cruel on it. Um, so they released a song I think like last year featuring, or no, it was last year. It was earlier this year. They were featuring Tech Nine and Alex Terrible. Um,
I want to
and
know. Okay, okay, hold on. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just have to talk about something. Why is Tech Nine in the metal scene? This dude is not like a metal artist, like even a little bit. Go listen to his music. It's not metal unless I'm like so out of the loop on like his last projects or whatever.
I'm pretty
Am,
sure he like collabs with a bunch of people, like a
I
bunch of people.
know, but isn't his music just like 90% hip hop or rap?
Yeah, but I think when you have a connection to certain metal audiences with the way you look and the way you sound and stuff, I don't think necessarily like you can be too derived from it, depending on what you
Okay.
do. I think it works for him and only him. I don't know anyone else that it would work for other than him. And I mean that with in utmost respect because I actually think he's a legitimately good rapper. Um, But that's just because I the collabs and stuff he's done is all I could say. It's weird that he did it with Ronnie and Alex. I don't know how I
Yeah.
felt about that song. I know it got a lot of shit because a lot of people didn't like the song. I know people love to hate Falling in Reverse. I've never checked out them as much. I know the song that was there. The only part that I liked was Alex is Terrible, honestly. I mean, and some parts of him singing was okay. I didn't mind it, but I don't know, something about that song just recently. I guess it got a lot of flack at the time, and I remember he did release a song today, which I liked the second half of it more than the first half, but still wasn't
Hmm.
overall a huge fan because it was like, the one thing that you don't like talking when talking in songs. It
Hmm.
was that like
Yeah.
that, but like watered down to sound music. I don't know. It just didn't flow well for me. It really didn't. But like I know there's like a whole arcing story that goes with it. And I don't mind. I love the marketing. People love to hate Falling in Reverse, and I think I don't necessarily hate metal bands, especially for the art that they do, because I think it takes a lot of time and effort to do it. So I don't genuinely just hate music or hate metal music or hate genres or bands stuff like that because of the music they make. I may not like them because of the individual they are, but it doesn't mean just because of the grind they're putting in for the music industry should I disrespect them because of how far they've gotten into being able to make their own craftsmanship. It's like Black Veil Brides, for example. Let's take Black Veil Brides. Let's talk about Andy Black, all right, or Andy Biersack. So he is more like a craftsman, all right. So he was inspired by Nikki Sixx, okay. So he took inspirations from all, like again, like just a rocking kid, a rocker kid who had dreams of acting to go to California, and then eventually turned that into rock and roll and created his own passion project of Black Veil Brides, and they've been very famous ever since. They have their own set style. Some people don't like them because, I mean, in all honesty, a very popular reason is because Andy Biersack's a pretty handsome man, and I think that's like one of the reasons. It's like, oh, it's because he's a very handsome individual. Though that's why you see women at his concerts more, because he's very handsome, good looking, and like, while yeah, he's a handsome guy, I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think like he also has great music, and people do enjoy his music. It's like my fiance is a big fan of them. Like has been like their hero basically, and it's not just because oh he's a handsome looking guy. It's because like they make good music that actually means something, and a lot of people don't like them because of like just the what he does, or even like some people can say generic sounding, and I don't think that's right. I think that's a very poor way to look at music, a poor way to look at metal scene in general. And I don't feel like if you at least are more open and have a broader spectrum, you can't appreciate the genre as it is anymore, and you won't be able to appreciate everything. So that's why I think like bands like Black Veil Brides are well worth to be able to have this kind of exposure and longevity, and definitely like there's their haters, just like Falling Reverse has their haters. I mean, yeah, but it's their
Like
own.
you.
Yeah. No, I'm not a hater of Falling Reverse. I'm really not. I think there was like a couple songs I listened to like way back when they first started, but like there's always bands that people can hate, like Five Finger Death Punch, Bring Me the Horizon, and I might not be a fan of their songs, but I respect the craftsmanship. And I respect the art of it. So, I mean, I know there's bands people love to hate, but more so than others. Or you could be like Rage Against the Machine and be casual communist and see how far that gets you.
Man,
Oh come on, that was.
bro, I went to Yapsville, USA, and everybody knew you, dude.
I'm done with this podcast now. I don't want to be here anymore. I had to say that. That's always been on my mind for the longest time.
Really? Because I think about a year ago, you were like, I don't really like Black Veil Brides. I'd rather, I don't like them. I don't want
I
to
never
listen
said
to
it
them.
was like a. I set the wrong alarm. My God.
Just admit you changed your opinion before you say anything else.
I used to not like them just because of the way they sounded, not because of
Okay.
anything else. I don't care
Okay.
about the way that they like look or
Good.
anything. It's just the
Good.
sound didn't get me.
Good.
But after
Okay.
listening to a couple more of their songs,
Okay.
I did like a couple more of their songs that Summer showed me. So I did see when they all call my name. I think that was one of the songs, if I remember correctly. That was a good one. And Crown of Thorns, I fucking love Crown of Thorns. Oh my god, that's such a good song. That one was always like one of my favorite songs I heard from them, and I really did like it a lot. So, but that was like the surface
My
level.
my favorite, I think this was one of the ones you didn't like, but my favorite song by them is "Goodbye Agony."
No, I like that song.
So, oh, you did?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I saw it
I don't
live.
know.
I
I
thought it
don't
was
know who
great.
didn't though, or maybe you changed your mind on that one. I
It
guess
was
for
because I saw
some
him
reason.
live, and I thought it was really good. And I was
I,
like, okay, it's
oh
fair.
yeah, it was you who used to not like it because, so they went to like the VIP experience where they got to meet the band and everything, up in Atlanta, and there was a drink at like the specialty VIP lounge, and it was called Goodbye Agony, and you were like, oh, why'd they name it that song?
That was delicious. No, I mean, I listened to it before that, and I thought it was pretty good.
But the drink was
The drink was
delicious, though.
good.
We won't
It
even
was.
talk about
I
that.
listened to it before it, so I totally was cool with it. I thought it was fun. I like some of their songs, and I mean, in terms of them, but like, I mean, same thing for me. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Five Finger Death Punch. I'm really not. I only like Jekyll and Hyde, and that's their most famous song, and I think it's actually okay. But I mean, like I said, I respect what they do. You know, it's just part of what it is. Like, I don't even hate like Falling in Reverse. I don't even hate like Bringing the Horizon. I don't like. There's always bands people can hate
What about
on.
Pierce the Veil?
I haven't listened to one yet from them that I probably do enjoy, but I have given them a shot. Okay, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. All right. Can't get
What's
too
a
good.
band that you just cannot get into and you refuse to get into?
Green Day.
Green Day?
Green Day.
Okay, metal band.
A metal band. Okay. Well, no, I wouldn't say Green Day. I do like some of their songs, so maybe I can't. Oh God. A metal band I really just can't get into that I don't like, and I'm gonna wait for your answer too because I want to see how many people you piss off in the comments whenever this happens. I'll get mine out of the way. I I
We've
think it
talked about the one I'm thinking of for you, by the way.
I think it might be Five Finger Death Punch. Like I know I like Jekyll and Hyde, but even then, like I'm not the biggest fan of it too much. I think I just can't get into Five Finger Death Punch. I really can't. I've tried. I like I said, I respect what they do. It's just I guess it just doesn't sound as good as I think it is to me that I enjoy.
So for you, I thought you were gonna say Swollen Teeth because I made you listen to them,
No, because they just
and
released
you.
an EP. I'm not going to jump to conclusion.
All right, all right.
I'm getting a couple albums in.
I really like their starter EP, um, the title track and also the band name track. Swollen Teeth was really good, and Car Crash was really good too. So shout outs to Swollen Teeth. Hope they keep coming out. That being said, bands that I really can't get into, like I'm gonna be straight up on this one. Knocked Loose. I'm not even gonna lie. Like
That one I understand your case more.
I feel no love for them at all. Like I will say that my opinion is like slowly changing because I used to not really like Rammstein because of Till Lindeman's vocals, but I've I'm starting to come around on it.
Um,
Like as we're
I can
going throughout
understand your
these
point
albums.
more. I think that's one of the biggest turnoffs for Knocked Loose is his voice. It took me. I will be in all fairness. It is not musically appealing in any right. It is hardcore metal. It's like taking like punk rock level screaming and mixing it with hardcore like death metal type of riffs and everything. And I think it works for them. It took me a while to get used to his voice, and I mean a while. I wasn't really a huge fan of it. And I know most people who probably listen to that kind of songs don't like Knocked Loose because of the vocals, and I think that is completely fair. I think that is fine. If you do not like something that sounds musically that appeals to you that you can't listen to, I think that's a fine opinion to have across just general music. It's subjective for that reason. But I stopped looking at Knocked Loose more in the musical harmony kind of sense and more of the horror aspect because like all of their albums sound like it belongs in a horror movie and like a slaughterhouse kind of movie. I don't, which is funny because they actually did it. And I don't know, like the screaming that he has and the hardcore type of beats, like the beats they roll and the riffs and his just really like screaming like almost blood curdling scream voice just makes me feel like, and especially their most recent album, when they fuck man, I have it sent to. I can't memorize half the new albums that come out, but I know it's You Won't Go Before You're Supposed to. That one that dropped this year. That whole album sounds like an A24 horror film. It sounds genuinely so scary and creepy, and they do such a good
Shout
job of
outs to
it.
A24.
Of the A24. No, I liked it, and I get why people don't.
I love Talk to Me.
It's good. I like their shit. But it's not for everyone. I
Per-
respect it.
Personally, it doesn't remind me of punk rock mixed with metal. More so if it reminds me of like a more produced black metal. You know what I mean? Like it's not recorded horribly and stuff like that. It's recorded well and the like I
Like
said,
black
it's
metal with
more
better like
quality.
EQing. Like
Yeah, with like better EQing and like they're actually like more paying attention to stuff like that. But also at the same time, like I just don't prefer the vocals at all. I can't really get into it. There wasn't no offense to Knock Loose. They're doing their own thing and I'm just a shitty little internet podcaster, so my opinion doesn't really matter. But I personally couldn't get into any of the songs on their new EP or new album or
album.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fine. I think that's completely fair to go off that basis. And I can see the black metal aspect of it because the way it sounds, but I wouldn't really base it more off the guitar. It's more like death metal just mixed with it.
I'm just talking about
The vocals, I mean, yeah,
I guess the vocals aren't like low enough and growly enough,
yeah, they're not really more black
but
metal, more like a
but
hardcore
you know
punk
what I
rock.
mean. Like they're not necessarily caring about how that part
It's
sounds.
hardcore punk
And
rock vocals mixed with like death metal riffs, really, and blast beats. If you really,
it's not necessarily punk. I don't know. I
it's
don't
hard.
think
No,
it's
hardcore
not
punk.
punk
It's
rock.
hardcore punk. There's punk rock and then hardcore punk. Hardcore punk's more of the screaming shit that he does.
Yeah, I guess so. All right.
All right.
But that being said, I'm gonna try to use that Rammstein reference that I just said to pull it into the review of Rise Rise.
Rise Rise, fourth album in the discography of Rammstein. It is the Orange album.
That's why Mason likes it. It's because
No,
it's
it's because
orange.
it's because
Yes, it is. You
no,
like the color orange.
no, I
It's your
don't.
favorite color. I
I'll
think
have
I
you
think we're
know
just
the
gay.
reason that I like the album is because it has my favorite color of orange, Wes. Get it right.
Yeah. Well, we'll see about that when
We
we
review it.
get to reviewing this album,
All
which we're
right,
gonna
Rise Rise,
do
fourth
now.
album. This had again another one of their most famous songs, America, and we'll get to that. I think people who probably listened to Rammstein before have heard America before. I think it's a very solid album. This was like I think released in God, when was this released in? This was released in 2004. And I think this was just during like after like the new metal boom happened, and this was their industrial period to make really refined. This was like we're now segueing into what Rammstein sounds like now, even today. I feel like I don't feel like the old Sehnsucht and Herzeleid Rammstein really sounds more like EQ'd and defined as this one would be, which is no offense to them, like, but they have more of a 90s feel to them than these they latter albums do, from Mutter up to here, because it was made after 2000. I think that's when they started going away from their 90s
Yeah,
style
Rise
sound.
Rise is 2004.
2004, and this was like really good album. It's a really good album. I think it's paced well. I think all of them deal very nicely together, in terms of I think it's a very iconic album, not because of look but because of sound and like how much they have in there and how much like girth it has. Like it's stacked with a lot of albums. I wouldn't say
It's
is
stacked with a lot of albums.
song. Sorry, I'm having heartburn right now.
Oh, okay. Drink some milk, boy. Drink some milk.
That would make it worse, actually. I hate
No,
milk.
it doesn't. What?
I hate milk. I can't drink milk. I will throw if I drink milk. I swear to God, I will throw if I drink milk. I cannot stand milk.
Oh man, we're so opposite.
I know.
people.
I'm
love
sorry.
milk. Milk is awesome.
I hate milk. Why are we talking about milk?
Drink milk. It makes your bones strong. What you got? You got
Drink
weak
meat.
little bones. You got weak little bones, weak bone boy.
No, Squidward, I got no bones.
You're gonna have osteoporosis when you're older.
I probably will. Yeah, it's because I don't drink milk. So if my bones are brittle, just like they are now, it breaks finger. It's because I'm not getting enough milk in my bodies. Stay in school, kids.
Yeah, that really hurt to do that paperclip bit.
Yeah. The fucking smiley fruit. That was.
I'm glad you got it. That would have been very awkward.
No.
You're just like, what are you talking about?
I'm very
Anyway,
happy.
so this Rise album.
Like the broke finger the entire time. Yeah, no, this album's a fucking banger. I'm sorry. I love this album. I think it's just great pacing. I don't think it clutters too much up. I think a lot of the songs sound very different from one another, and I think that's what appeals to me more. I can make the argument that Mutter, like there was some albums that kind of sounded similar, even though they weren't.
Some albums that sound similar in Mutter.
Songs, fuck sakes, man. It's 12:45 in the morning. I didn't want. We're here now, though. We're already 48 minutes into this recording, so we're cool. Probably 30 because I'm editing it down.
Boo-hoo. You have to record a
Boo-hoo.
podcast.
I get to sit here and talk about my opinions and don't edit at all and upload and post and make thumbnails. I am Wes, and I'm the co-host. Yeah, it doesn't feel nice, doesn't it?
I take care of the Instagram.
I'm about to get pissed off. Let's go ahead and give me your opinions on the album. Let's just get everyone knows my opinion. It's my favorite album from them.
It's your favorite album from them?
Oh, it's my favorite album from them. Yeah, I just think it's iconic.
All right. Well, let's get into the album then.
Oh yeah, well, I was thinking you're like, what do you think of the album overall, or do you want to say that for later?
I'll save it for later.
Okay.
I feel like you've already been talking for a long time about it, so I'll talk about it at the end. That's fine.
That's fine. We start off with the title track, Rise, Rise, which means arise, arise. And I think it is a banger. Wait. Fuck was that?
A little like
the favorite clip thing.
Actually, it means arise, arise.
Arise, arise.
Sometimes. I do a little bit of the studying on the DL. That's slang for down low if you're new here.
Wunderbar. What it sounds like. Yeah, no, I think this is a kick-ass way to start the intro. I love the slow moving.
It's so
good.
So awesome.
It's fucking cool. It really is an awesome way to start the album. It's the slow, like melodic, and then the guitar riffs. It's just, it feels grand. Is what I'm saying. I think it's a very grand way to open it.
It definitely builds on itself throughout the song, and I think the work pays off in the end. Like, this song is just absolutely slapping. It's bopping me up and down. I'm rolling around. Help me, I'm on fire. Help me. You know what I mean?
Oh, I mean, Jesus Christ!
What?
Help me on fire. Well, I mean, it wouldn't make it wouldn't make much sense because it is Rammstein. I think how Flake stood out in Mutter. I would say, he stood out more. I think Richards
standing out in a good way, as opposed to, in my own opinion, preface, this is my opinion, when he stood out in a bad way in Zezucht.
I think
Richard... I said in my opinion.
I didn't say anything.
Man can't have opinions today.
I didn't say anything. I did not say anything.
Opinions in 2024. I can't say that.
So the cool thing about Rise, Rise, and I think this song as well, is that I'm using again like another way of like looking at like the theme of the song. I don't know if I have the theme of this whole album in place, but it feels like a war machine. It feels like just war. And it's because I said
that in the first podcast. Yeah. So you can
overall, like this album.
Yeah, like I already told the story that you're about to say, so you can't say it.
Overall.
So I said it already. So.
Anyways, Rise, Rise means it's a maritime command to wake up or rise. Song uses nautical metaphors to explore themes of journey, danger, and human suffering, particularly focusing on shipwrecks and the perilous nature of life, which I think Rise, Rise, it's like a rise up. Here's the album. It's grand. And I think it involves a lot of war aspects to it. And I think it's really great sounding. And we get into the next song. Oh my God. Mind Tile. I fucking love Mind Tile so much. So much.
Mind Tile, I think, is a pretty good song. But
I knew you said fucking but. What do you got to say now?
I think it's like way better live than just listening to it regularly.
Okay, because he cooks Flake
Like,
alive with a flamethrower.
yes. Okay. So I love the imagery of Till Lindemann being this like crazed butcher that's like got blood all over his suit, and then he's got this flamethrower, and he's just like literally cooking somebody alive with a flamethrower, and he's just like crazy, and his microphone is also like a butcher's knife or whatever on the end of it. I don't know if that's always, but I do know for a few shows he did that at least,
Yeah,
because he sent me a video of it. Lol.
That's what he does.
Oh, he does it. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's just like this crazed butcher, bloodied up butcher, and he's cooking people alive in this pot, and he's just being all sorts of crazy. And I think it's like awesome imagery. But this is definitely not my favorite song of the album.
Spoiler, it's mine because it sounds so. I think it sounds such like a hard riff in this whole. The opening guitar is just so heavy, and it keeps throughout the album. And I like his like low down voice, like his like very like quieter voice he has at the start, and then Flake comes in and adds in some parts, and I like the really fast paced shifting. Really do like it in terms of musical wise. And speaking of why the excuse me, why he's in the pot, because the song means my part, translated my part, and it's based on the true story of Armin Meiwes case, where one man consented to be cannibalized. It's the whole song's about cannibalism. Which is why they have a giant cooking pot in the song and why Flake gets cooked. And I think that's really cool visual. And it's funny because when he gets out of the pot, he has like little explosives hooked up behind him and he starts running around exploding. I think it's funny. But no, like literally imagery wise, it's really cool. I think the song lyrics hold up, and I think it's such a banger, hardcore fucking sound. I love it a lot. Sure. Is the song about the Dalai Lama, inspired by Goethe's poem I'm not going to even pronounce that. That's Swedish or whatever. The song tells the story of a man trying to protect his child during a turbulent flight, only to have the child die in his arms. It reflects on themes of control, fear, and the inevitability of fate. And the Dalai Lama's house symbolic of referencing the spiritual leader, but the song's narrative is unrelated to him. So I never knew that until now. And now looking back on it, why the fuck did they call it that? I'm just like,
I don't know.
I don't know. I guess that's cool. I mean, I guess there's a reason behind it, but I mean, in terms of like the inner meaning of it, but like, it's just okay. Anyways, I think it's actually a really good song. I like the opening bass line.
Well, that's good for you, because this is one of the songs in the album that I really didn't like.
Okay,
I'm not gonna lie. Like I may have said whatever about Mein Teil, but this is honestly like a really low point in the album, very early on, and this honestly re-listening to it had me scared because I did not remember much of the album by the time I had re-listened to it, and I was like, I'm not so sure.
I really like Dalai Lama. I like the opening bass line, the very like weird piano. Like the creepiness that you said for like some of the last album is how I feel about this album. Some of these songs have creepy vibes too, and I think Flake adds to this like creepy vibe that Dalai Lama sets. And I like Till's very melodic voice in it, like his like at the end where he's actually like singing very nicely at this one stint part, and it shifts right back into how he normally does. And Richard's really nice guitar solos that he has, especially in this. I think it's really nice, and I think it more focuses on the instruments more than it does anything else. But I think I do like the very slowed down, very creepy vibe of this song. That's what like really puts me onto it. Which
That
is
being
fine.
said,
Keine Lust.
we move on to Keine Lust.
Keine Lust.
Oh my
Ja,
gosh.
keine Lust. Ja, keine Lust. Ja, keine Lust. Nein,
I know
keine
this is
Lust.
like I know this is like one of their most popular joints or whatever, but
Kind of Lust is so fucking cool.
So awesome. I don't know. I just really like the vibes that the song gives off.
Oh, it's cool. I fucking vibe with it so much. It's such a good song. It means no desire. The track expresses a sense of apathy and dissolutionism with life and material excess. It critiques a world of indulgence where nothing satisfies anymore, leading to a lack of desire or motivation. Yeah, I like the song. I think it's really fucking killer. I mean, I got nothing else to say about it. It's a great song.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We
That
get
being said, next we have
Los.
Los.
Oh, fuck.
Now, you're gonna hear me on this song.
I want to hear you.
This song fucking slaps. I love this song. This song is so awesome.
This song
like
fucking
it has
rules.
no. It's so weird. It has no like heavy guitars in it. Not really any screaming. And the whole time I'm like lost, and it's just like guitar strumming, and I'm just like, oh man.
It's that acoustic vibe that I get, and then the
That-
fucking
that
harmonica.
acoustic-
The harmonica.
It's it's so weird, but it's like it immediately takes it to like this Western feel.
I know,
almost.
right? It's so
Like
fucking
I'm watching
cool.
an old Western at the same time as like listening to German industrial metal.
I
and
genuinely,
somehow this works on this metal album, even though it's a complete vibe switch. Like I really like it.
dude, it is such a fucking cool song. I love, like I said, my biggest uh like turn on point in metal albums is when they add acoustic parts to it and it fucking slaps. And like I heard this shit like when I first listened to this album, and I was like, Richard, I'm in love with you. I want everything from you. Give it to me, please. Because I heard it and I was like, oh my god, acoustic. Oh my god, it was great. Saying went too far. Yeah, but I mean it. Yeah, no, genuinely. And this sounds crazy because Richard Cruz is a really good electric guitarist, but I genuinely think this is some of his best work on Rammstein. I genuinely do think it, because it's just an acoustic guitar, but just the chords in it are just so well, and it sounds so Western. And also shout out to Paul Landers too, because he also helps out, especially when it actually kicks in, and he's the more rhythmic guitarist, and especially that little solo, that down, like that part. Paul Landers is still keeping up with rhythm guitar while Richard's playing it. I think, like I said, I think this album like very much shines Richard Cruz all around. Like he is so prominent in this album. He's so good to it. I think this is what like sets him off from the rest of everyone else, in all honesty, depending on what you find. Los is a great song. I love the acoustic vibes. I love Till. He does a great job of like the very creepy like Western vibes of it. It's really cool. And it means los means less, is a play word on German words meaning less or let go. The song reflects on the band's journey and how they've been perceived or misunderstood. It emphasizes the idea of breaking free from expectations or labels, which is really cool. Yeah, about what they are. Oh fuck, man, I'm sorry. I love Los. It's such a good song.
I do too.
That's so good. And then there's this next one, America, something like that.
We're all
living in America. It's fun.
Dude, I promise you, like 90% of the people who are like streaming America don't even like understand that this is actually like a hate song.
Yeah, it is. Like it really is. It's not even like a hate song. I mean, it's like an ironic song. It's a very ironic song.
Yeah, it's a very ironic song. I don't really care. I think it slaps.
I don't care. It's cool.
It's very awesome. Flake also has his little moments where he shines out on this song. On top of guitarist, drummer, bassist. Like I think it all comes together very well.
I love that guitar solo at the end. That so good.
So good. It's just really good, and it talks about Coca-Cola, sometimes war, Mickey Mouse. It mentions Mickey Mouse in the song. Mickey Mouse.
Mickey
J. Mouse.
And you can kind of figure this is about American and cultural imperialism.
Did you know we're living in America? Shit's crazy.
It's crazy. But it's okay because I own 90% equity in Disney. Yep. Yeah, we got those jokes too.
But yeah, it's just a solid track. What more can you say?
Yeah, it's fucking iconic, man. It's a banger fucking song. The next one, Moscow, which means Moscow, Russia. It's just
Really?
I think it's funny. I think it's funny being able to put, America on, and then the next song is Moscow. So the fitting of two global powers, I think, is obviously it's there. Which is weird because I'm pretty sure Till likes Moscow, like Russia or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong because I know he filmed a couple music videos in Russia, but I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, it's just a solid song, honestly. I don't really have much to say about it, but I just think it's very good.
I also think it's very good. I don't know. I like the weird opening techno vibe, and then the lady in the background who's singing in Russian, and the really nice little
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Honestly, when I first heard it, it sounded like I was about to be watching a basketball game. I don't know why I went and I was like, I'm ready for some fucking basketball or something. I don't know. I get these weird vibes
What are you
sometimes.
talking about?
In the opening of Moscow, Flake does that little
Yeah, I know, but why does it remind you of basketball?
I don't know. It just sounds like it's like a scoreboard or something. I don't fucking know. It's just what it is. Anyways, I think it's a good song.
All right.
Suka Bliet, whatever say. Song explores
Morgenstern.
Well, the song explores the allure and contradictions of Moscow, portraying it as a city of contrast with beauty and decay, freedom and oppression. The song features both German and Russian lyrics, highlighting the complexity of Russian's identity. Cool. Morgenstern. I know what you're gonna say.
What?
I remember what you said.
I wasn't saying anything.
You don't like the song.
I don't really like the song at all.
I know you don't like the song. Man. I like the song. It grew on me. I'm not gonna lie, it grew on me. I wasn't a huge fan of it first go around, and I gave it a couple more listens to, and I actually kind of do dig the song a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why. I like the pacing of it, the strings in the background, the violence, whatever they were using. And the fast pace, almost I don't know what it is. I just really like the song. Till does a great job in my opinion. I just think it sounds great.
Now we're coming up to Stein.
Oh shit! Hold on, I forgot. Hold on. Morgenstern means morning star. Tells the story of a person who is physically unattractive and prays for beauty. The song delves into the themes of self-worth, beauty standards, and pain of being judged by appearance. Great. And Stein, which means come on, man. I was doing this for 3 albums now. We can do more. Stein, which means stone by stone. I fucking love this song.
Great. Okay. I'm sorry. I just really don't like this song at all.
What?
Wait. Are
Stein?
Stein. Oh, okay. Oh. I don't know why I thought you were still talking about Morgenstern. Which is why I was still doing that.
No.
That was just because I don't like Morgenstern. Stein, hear me out on this song. It is a really good song. I just don't really like the chorus as much. I don't know why. I think it's just because of I don't know. It's weird because I like it in Mutter, but I hate it in this song. You feel me? The low growly chorus. I don't know why, but unless I'm totally mixing something up, it is like that, right?
Not really. Correctly? It's more of him yelling more than it is guttural. It's not it's more like a kind of thing, Because at the end he goes Shah, and he just yells it out. I fucking love the song. I really do. For that reason. The song is this dark and haunting song narrates the story of a person who builds a house and traps someone inside brick by brick.
Oh. Yeah, I guess it's not exactly like I was thinking in Mutter. But I don't know. The chorus is a little meh for me, but the verses are very good, and the riffs are killer.
Oh yeah, solos in this shit too. I love his yelling. I think this is some of Till's best screaming work. Because at the end he does, and also I'll mention that here in a minute. The screaming throughout the song where he goes Stein, very loud, or the Stein, I fucking love it. But once again, at the end of the song, when it's all over, we have another Harate Mesh moment where he just goes Stein, very loudly. Yeah, it's literally another one. Go to the end of the song and listen to it go Stein. It's It sounds like he's just screaming on a telephone, like an old school one. He's going, "Stop!" I don't know why he does that.
I don't know, and I don't care because it's funny.
It's really funny, actually. I love it when he does that. Oh man, I like this song. And the next one, Onedish, which means without you.
Okay, I'm on my rant mode right now about this song. This song is killer.
Okay.
It's so awesome.
Oh, okay.
It builds so much, and then it crescendos at the end, and it's just like, oh man, this is so awesome. I love this song. The song is listening to this song is just like it feels like you're in a different galaxy. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I don't even know how to describe it, but it just takes you up into space, and then whenever the strings come in with the guitars, and honestly, Till Lindeman's voice ties it all together. I mean, the song is awesome. But here's my problem: is that this isn't the end of the album. This should be the end of the album. I'm not even gonna lie; it should have been 10 songs, and then cut it off there.
Okay, wait.
I guess that gives away my opinions on the last song.
No, wait. Let me cook for a minute, dog. Let me cook for a minute.
Let's talk about On a Dish.
No, I didn't give my okay. On a Dish, a melancholic ballad about loss and longing. On a Dish expresses the deep pain of being separated from a loved one. This is one of their most emotional songs from Rammstein's discography. I think it's a great song. I love the strings, like I said, Till's voice. I love the it's a very deep song. Like you can hear it, like just from how it is, and it's very much a passionate song. And I really love Onedish. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful piece of work. Do I think it should have been the last song on the album? Yes, I agree. I agree it should have been the last song of the album. Do I think the other song should have been removed? Nope. Okay. I'll take your bit from last one. Switch them around. Well, no, you said switch the names of them around. I actually would prefer.
That was your bit originally. I was just quoting you because you're the one who kept saying that about
Sleep Token.
What was it? Korn record? Oh, Sleep Token
Sleep
records.
Token, yeah.
I think you also said it for a couple Korn records.
Which I take that back now. I completely take all that Sleep Token shit back now from listening to it. Now that I'm, yeah, I do. But I can apply it to this one because they
is that just because you started to like Euclid? Yeah.
I do actually think Onedish and Amor should have been switched around, honestly. I do believe that, but
that being said, Amor, least favorite song in the album. If anything other than entirely like placement wise, and the fact that they ruined what could have been like one of the most beautiful ends to a Rammstein album, then sure, we'll put it there because of that. But I don't like the song. I'm never re-listening to it, and as far as I'm concerned, it's not even part of the album. I'm just kidding.
I do think the song from Onedish and Amor should have been switched around, in my opinion. I don't necessarily hate Amor. It is my least favorite song on the album, but I don't hate it.
So we agree, and you're still trying to disagree with me.
Because I don't hate the song. I actually do kind of like it. Like I said, I don't really hate songs on this album. I think it's a banger album.
Friends, man. Like, why can't we be friends?
Still friends.
Why can't we be
friends?
Oh, you went Tyler. My bad.
I did. No, I like Amor.
He's still friends. Sorry, this is a metal podcast. We don't listen to. We don't listen to.
Rap's not existent here.
Rap, hip hop, R&B, or any of those genres.
Get your fucking country music out of here. I don't care.
Yeah,
Amor means love. The closing track of the album is a reflection of the duality of love, describing it as both beautiful and destructive. It portrays love as a force. And I guess because it fits the theme of love, I can see it tying into Onedish, but just musically wise, it needs to switch. Onedish needs to be the last song. Amor needs to be the second to last song. That's all I think.
Ring.
Yeah, you peaked too, so I just heard ring.
Boring. Nobody wants to hear that. Get this song out of here.
I don't think it sounds that bad.
Not allowed to come back.
I really like the ending. I really like the fuck. I really like the ending of Amore. I'm not gonna lie, the second half of it's way better than the first half. But the one part of the song I don't like that doesn't make me like think like, oh, I got to go back to the song like right now is the part where he goes Amore, Amore, and I'm like, can you please stop saying that? And it's just like, I really don't like that part. I really don't. But overall, the song isn't bad in my opinion. It's a little bit of a lackluster way to the end of the album. I'll say that.
Yeah, I feel the same way. So, no complaints here on that one.
Top three.
Oh, hold on. I am going to talk about this album a little bit first.
Oh yeah, your final thoughts.
I said at the end. I do think this is a really solid album, and honestly, so far it's my second favorite. I do think that it could be cleaned up in a few places. But this song does not suffer from lack of banger syndrome. It does not at all. Like,
it's cleared.
There's so many good songs in here. Like, honestly, you could like, I'm gonna give a top three, but honestly, you can switch out a couple of songs in for my top or my third favorite, and I wouldn't complain at all.
I love the duality of this album. I love how like just all the songs sound so vividly different from one another, and I think that's what does it for me mostly, to be honest, in this album.
Yeah, it feels like a connected story while at the same time being a collection of songs. Like, a lot of people either go fully like it's a story album, or it's not much thought was put into where the placement of this album was or placement of the songs. But it feels like this one does, even though I have my little qualms with the last song. But I do really think that everything fits here together. It's of the same vibe, but not the same song 11 times. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I like I said, it's. I think all the placements are perfect in my opinion. I do like the songs on it. Like most of all the songs I do like from it. I do love the pacing. You're right, and all the songs are in the correct order that it would be in, except for the last two. I think they should be switched around, but I don't let that bother me on this album. There's so many fucking bangers in this album. I go back to this album so many times to listen to like 10 out of 11 of the songs, mostly. Well, 10 and a half, because I only listened to half of them more. So,
I only listened to half of them more.
Yeah, no, this album is just perfect in my opinion. I think it's like, I wouldn't say jump into Mutter if you're listening to Rammstein. I think like this is probably an album people should jump into to get a general like idea of what the band is, and then hear all the different sounds that they can portray, and then just go right into the other
Stop. Albums. No. You have to listen to Hairs Allied. You have to get into the band because of Hairs Allied, and if you don't, then you're wrong. Bad person. You have to stop listening to the songs and then go back and listen to Hairs Allied so you can get a proper understanding of how far they've come, or else you're a bad person.
See, man.
Why did you just say that? That was
because I really do like that song.
Okay. That was just like a weird. Oh, it's just. Oh, I thought you were just talking about. Like, it just sounded kind of like.
No, the fucking song West from like Hairs Allied.
Yeah,
like,
that was kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. You're kind of unhinged today.
Yeah, I know, because it's 1 a.m. in the morning. That's why. All right. Anyways,
stop complaining so much. Nobody's gonna want to watch if you're just like,
oh my God,
man, I'm so tired all the time. Man, I'm so tired.
I got some corals about this album. Let me go ahead and get them out of the way.
You got some corals?
Corals.
Man, I have some corals about this album, dude.
Yeah, spell that.
Corals. Pick a hard one next time.
I was talking about coral with a Q.
Yeah, but that's not what you said. You said corals.
I said coral. Oh, whatever.
You said coral.
I'm not doing
Let's
this
do top threes. Okay, clearly I need to go first with this album, or something like that. So, honorable mention. I really wanted to fit this one in here. I don't think I can, but honorable mention Los. It's like so close to being my third favorite, but I gotta give third favorite to Onadish. Second to America, and then number 1 is Rise Rise. Rise Rise.
Why?
Is
I
so
thought
good.
America was your favorite. I didn't know that Rise Rise was.
I think it sounds better overall, and 90% of the reason why I like America is because it has English lyrics in it, so it's easier to sing along
At
with.
least you don't. At least you don't
But
shy away from it.
I mean, come on, why do you think 236 million other people are playing it on YouTube Music? It's because it has American lyrics, so they're like, man, I can actually listen to this one and sing along without having to go out of my way to learn another language.
Or just completely act like I know what German is and just mimic the words best I can, which is what I did first.
I guess so.
And still do with some of these songs because I am not that fluent.
Yeah.
Honorable mention for me. Oh God, what is my honorable mention? Probably Stein. Probably my honorable mention because I really do like that song a lot. Number 3 is Los. I have to put that shit in. That's such a banger fucking thing.
I wanted to as well, but On a Dish is so good.
On a Dish is very good. Number 2, America, because it's just I got to put it in there. And number 1 is Mind Tile. I love Mind Tile. Banger fucking song.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
Yeah, I do love Mind Tile. I love my part.
But do you like Mind Tile?
That's what I said.
You like Mind Tile?
Yeah, my part.
Yeah, my tile.
My part.
My flooring tile.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
All right, cool. All right, the next one, to all the people who want to join us along with the review, Rosenrolt, the big warship one that's on the front, which I think is actually the best album cover or art of Rammstein, period. I fucking love that album art with the big
It
ship.
is like
Fucking
super awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
it's either that or Zeit. I also do like Zeit. But that fucking that
I'll decide later. I just know it's not untitled, and that's it. Oh no, it's not. Liebe ist für alle
Liebe ist für alle.
alle da, or whatever.
Yeah.
That one. Well, the one that I'm looking at looks like it was made in Minecraft. So
The PG one, yes. The rated R
well,
one.
the special edition one. So
Yeah.
which is the only one that shows up.
Rosenrolt, that's the 5th one that the Rammstein made. That's a good album. Cannot wait to review that one. All right, is there anything else we can mention? Because we went.
Nope, it's time to end the podcast. Bye.